Welcome to Monetizing Purpose, where we pursue purpose, earning a living, doing what we love. Where we pursue purpose, earning a living, doing what we love. Welcome back once again to Monetizing Purpose. It's really been a very challenging month or few weeks, if I may say. Since the passing of my cousin, I thought that at that time that would be the end. But then again, the next weekend, we buried my best friend's mom. This weekend, we are burying another best friend's mom of mine. It's really been a tough and challenging year. And wherever you are, whatever your beliefs are, to whomever God that you pray to, please, when you are sending in your petitions, when you are praying and doing whatever it is that you do, please pray for us also and our community and our family and our loved ones, because hey, it's been really bad. But without any more further ado, today I want us to talk about purposeful relationships. Hey, I want us to talk about purposeful relationships. If there's anything that can stop or hinder you from achieving and fulfilling your purpose, it's the relationships that you have. If there's anything that can stop you from effectively and efficiently monetizing your purpose, it's the relationships you have. If there's anything that can kill or destroy your purpose, it's the relationships you have. If there's anything that can destroy your vision and your future, it's the relationships you have. It's been said that show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I will say, show me the man or a woman that you are in any type of relationship with, and I will also show you your future or the destruction of your future. As on Wednesday we were burying my mentor's mentor. What a great man he was. And as I reflected on him and his life, what stood out to me was a sermon that he preached the last time I heard him preach. The last time I heard him preach, he was on retirement. And in his sermon, he said that now that I am retired, I want to spend the rest of my retirement with my wife. I don't want to spend the rest of my retirement with the church. No. I want to spend the rest of my retirement with my wife. And he further on said, I am not married to the church, but I am married to my wife. Hey, those were very powerful statements. In other words, he said that I am not committed to spending the rest of my life with the church. Even though I might be called to preach, even though my calling might be to preach, but I am not going to spend the rest of my life with the church. But I am going to spend the rest of my life with the woman of my dreams, the woman whom I committed to saying, till death do us part. Hey, I remember one sermon that Pastor Ketelo Mazibugo preached. And in his sermon, he spoke about purposeful relationship. And he said, imagine. He was sitting with his friends and they were having conversations. And they were making calculations, trying to discover and find out how expensive is dating. How expensive is dating? And when they calculated, they reached large sums that, no, it's very expensive to date. What's even more expensive is to be in an unpurposeful relationship. A relationship where you are just having sex, but going nowhere. A relationship where you are just wasting money on dates. Hey, but there's no future in that relationship. And then as I was in the funeral burying my mentor's mentor, on our way to the graveyards, I got this wonderful opportunity to give this young, I don't know if I should call her young, but because for argument's sake, I'll call her a young mature woman. And while we were getting to know each other, she shared with me a very powerful story. She said to me, Mr. Mawulo, you see, I wasted 15 years of my life. What? I wasted 15 years of my life. Then I said properly in the car and I adjusted myself because I knew that right here, I am about to learn wisdom that will change my life. She said, I wasted 15 years of my life. But before it was 15 years, it was 5 years. And I knew from the bottom of my heart, my head, that this man that I am married to is not my king. Hey! Oh, that hit me very hard. This man that I went before the people, before God, before my family, before my community, I knew then that this was not my king and I am not her queen. Hey! When she said that, it hit very hard. And I said properly. Then I said, explain. She said, in the first 5 years, not only did I know, but I stood for 10 more years hoping and praying that the situation would change and get better. Hey! Just imagine, I wasted 10 more years. Not only did I know within the first 5 years, but I wasted 10 more years hoping that the situation would get better. Hey! Hoping and praying that the situation would get better. But it never did. She says, look at me right now, man. I'm no longer as beautiful as I used to be. You young guys, when you look at me, you no longer desire me the same way that I was desirable when I was young, because I married this guy when I was in my early 20s, 2021. I married this guy at the time. And now I'm not even competitive in the marketplace. Because even if you yourself were attracted to me, and you would go to your family, to your parents, and say that I've met this beautiful young woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with, when they look at me and they look at the age difference and the experiences and the children that I've got, you and your family are going to fight. So I'm no longer even desirable in the marketplace. Then she further said, what really got me angry in that marriage, because I never felt loved, or as we went to the end, or when we approached the end of my marriage, it's because there was this guy that charmed me, this guy that I was attracted, this guy that swept me off my feet. But because at the time he did not have his life figured out, he was still staying with his mother and his father. Because at the time, this guy was unemployed. He didn't have his life together. He was just a wandering generality. He was just that guy who was blown by the wind. When the wind went east, he went east. When the wind went west, he went west. North, south. He was just a guy without a purpose. Hey! And because this guy who I ended up marrying, that I wasted 15 years of my life with, because he had a sense of purpose, he had his life, sort of like he had his life figured out. I ended up choosing him. As you look at your life, my friend, as you look at your business, do you have purposeful relationships in your life? Do you have purposeful relationship in your business? And are those relationships helping you move closer towards the accomplishment and fulfillment of your purpose and its accomplishment? Or are they making you more and more miserable and unhappy and unfulfilled? As you look at your life, are you praying and hoping that things would get better? Maybe you are in an unpurposeful relationship where we are all comfortable just having sex. We know that we are not compatible. I know I can't have a family with you, but because you are giving me sex and I'm giving you money, I can settle for it. Are you in a purposeful relationship? Are you in a purposeful relationship, or are you in a transactional relationship? As you look at your colleagues, as you look at your peers, maybe even the girl that you are dating, are you in a purposeful relationship? Is the relationship that you are in your business with your suppliers and your business part, is it moving you closer towards the accomplishment and fulfillment of your purpose? Or are you just wasting your time, pushing time? There are relationships where we just push time. The relationship that's just a settle of a relationship. I couldn't get, these days there's what I call the second option relationship. And the second option relationship is the relationship that you find yourself in because the man or the woman that you preferred to be with was unavailable at that particular moment. So now you're just pushing time. Hey, you're just pushing time with the man or a woman that you're dating. As long as she gives me sex and I give her money, then I'm okay. As long as I can go with her to funerals and weddings, I'm okay. I see no future with him or her. I can't even build a spaza shop with this man or woman. I can't even build a family or have I don't see are you in a purposeful relationship? Hey. What would it benefit you and I to waste our lives, wasting 10, 20 or 30 years of our lives being in a purposeful relationship? Not only is being in an unpurposeful relationship hindering the best and the great relationships that you could be in, but it's also making you have bad memories. Hey! She said to me, Mr. Marvolo, you see, not only did I waste my life, I missed my shot at a purposeful relationship. Because whilst I was married to this guy, there were men who desired and wanted me, but they couldn't get me. In other words, not only was this relationship destroying me emotionally and psychologically, it was also destroying my purpose and my destiny. Hey, come on now. It was destroying my purpose and my destiny. In other words, not only did I lose myself in this marriage and this relationship, I also lost my dreams. I gave up everything that I am and I desired to be with this man. But I didn't just lose time. I lost my attractiveness. I lost my dreams, my passions, and my desires. Most importantly, I lost myself. Hey! Woo! And I remember as I was trying to sit properly whilst driving, I remember I even slowed down. Because what she was saying was hitting right here in the heart of hearts. And I said to myself, never will I do what you are just saying to me. And she says to me, Mr. Mabulo, as much as this guy has hurt me, as much as I regret wasting those many years of my life, but I am hopeful. Hey, I am hopeful that the God who answers prayer, will give me a second chance. My God. She says earlier when this happened, I was very bitter, and even the message that I preached about marriage was very bitter from my own experience. And I want to say to you, as I'm about to conclude, as you look, no matter how broken you might be, no matter how broken the relationships that you might be in or trying to get out, the God of second chances, the God who gives second chances, He will give you a second chance also. He will give you a second chance. He's a great God, man. He's a great God, my woman, my friend. If He could anticipate, He anticipated that you and I were going to mess up. When God created Adam, He anticipated a mess up. And He said to Himself, in all His fullness and His glory, when He messes up, I'm going to make arrangements so that when He messes up, there will be a way for me to redeem him and his purpose. That very same God can redeem you. That very same God can redeem me. It's never too late for you and I. It's never too late for you and I to be in purposeful relationships once again. It's never too late. And I challenge you to evaluate, to audit the relationships that you have in your life. Are they purposeful or not? Are they moving you towards the fulfillment of your purpose? Or are they destroying you and your purpose in the process? You know, in every war, everybody loses. Both the weak and the strong opponent, they all lose. We all lose in war. There's no winning a war. You might be the one who kills enough people until your opponent says, you know what, we are done fighting. We surrender. Even in that situation, there is something very important that you lost. Someone else lost their father. And even if you won, they lost their father. Everyone in war loses. My friend, as you look at your business, as you look at your life, as you look at your relationships, are you in purposeful relationships? A purposeful relationship is a relationship with an end. Will it end in marriage if you are dating? Or will it end in tears? Or as we like to say, Mujolo Wanyesha blind. Will it end in tears if you are dating? Or will it end in marriage and a happy end? In your business relationship, will it end in the growth and the development and your business and you serving more customers, serving more people? Or will it end with you in jail for tax evasion and all corrupt activities? And maybe you losing everything that you have been working. Are the relationships you are in purposeful? Are you in purposeful relationships? Are you building purposeful relationships with the people around you? Are you, my friend? Are you building purposeful relationships? And if you find yourself that the current relationship or relationships that you are currently in are not purposeful, they don't have an end. Hey, we are just wasting money. Money that we could be using. Imagine wasting money in a relationship that's going nowhere. Not only are you wasting money, but you are creating unnecessary memories with a person you have no business creating memories with. Because tomorrow those memories will be the memories that you want to get rid of them in your mind and in your heart. Are you in purposeful relationships, eh? Or are you just pushing time with each other? Yeah? Doing all these things, eh? Being in a purposeful, spending money, going out on dates, but with no end in mind, with no future. I I love to watch Paternity Court on YouTube. And if there's any woman I would want to go out on a date with or to sit down with, is Judge Lauren Lake. The way she thinks, hey! I remember I was watching an episode, I think it's yesterday. And in this episode, there's this young girl who is having sex with this particular young guy. And she would say we would have sex. Even yesterday, you might tell everyone here in the courtroom that you don't want me, but you were in my hotel room yesterday and we had sex 4 or 5 times. We didn't sleep. We didn't even sleep at all because we were having sex all night. You might be telling people that you don't love me and I'm easy and I'm needy and all those names that you are calling me. But at the end of the day, you still want me because you're gonna come back to me, running to me, saying you love me, saying you want to spend the rest of my life with me and all those things. And I remember the reality slap that Judge Lauren Lake gave her. And she said to that young woman, and she said, this guy or man, to quote her directly, man would say every and anything when your legs are open, so that they can enjoy the cookie in the cookie jar. As long as your legs are open, they can say and promise you the world because your legs are open. But you need not to be listening to what they say when your legs are open. No. Don't listen to what he says when your legs are open. Listen to what he says when your legs are closed. Because when your legs are open, he says he wants to marry you. He says he wants to spend the rest of his life with you. He says he wants to marry you. But immediately when your legs are closed, he tells you he doesn't love you. He doesn't even want to have a family with you. He sees no future with you. And even though he has a girlfriend and he was having sex with you last night, he still doesn't love you. And I remember as that went in and I saw her drop her tears. I knew she had got the message. Are you in purposeful relationships? Or are you just wasting time and creating unnecessary memories with the wrong people? If there's any fear that I have in my life, it's to waste time I never ever want to waste my time. I encourage you to look at your life. I encourage you to audit the relationships that you have in your life and in your business and evaluate, are they purposeful relationships? Or are they just purely transactional relationships? You know, I give you sex, you give me money. I take you out on dates. You sleep with me. Are they transactional, the relationships that you are having? Or are they purposeful relationships that will end in both parties? When we were doing life science, when we were studying animals, there is what we call mutual relationships. Relationships where both parties are benefiting from the relationship. And both parties are happy with the relationship. Are you happy with the relationships that you are in? If you were to die today, the people that you are spending your time and your resources on, would you have no regrets about that? Those resources and the time that you are spending with those people? Or would you be filled with regret just like my friend who said, I wasted 15 years of my life? I don't want you to waste 15 years of your life, my friend. Audit the people that you have around you. Audit the relationships that you have around you. And in whatever you do, make sure that in everything that you are doing and in every relationship that you find yourself in, make sure it's a purposeful relationship with an end in mind where both parties, you and the person in that relationship, are both happy. And don't forget, as you go out there pursuing the fulfillment of your purpose, monetize your purpose, my friend, so you can earn a living doing what you love. I'll see you next time, my friend.